Hello and welcome to this video, and first of all I do appreciate that it was a slightly clickbaity title, the magic Facebook button that makes you more money, but I hope that by the end of this presentation you will see that there genuinely is a magic button in Facebook advertising that when you click on will make you more money. So in order to explain this, I need to go through the concept of split testing, which I will do really quickly just now. I want you to imagine that we have got a group of, let's say, 1,000 people, okay, and we are going to send a leaflet to them. So here is our leaflet, and we're going to send that to 1,000 people. Well, that's what we could do, but what we might want to do, which uses this technique of a split test, is have our leaflet A here, but instead of sending it to 1,000 people, we send it to 500. Okay, so we just send it to 500 people. And then we create a variation on that leaflet, which might be something like changing the headline or changing the offer or changing the price a bit, and that becomes our leaflet B, and we send that to the remaining 500. So now we've got two leaflets in play. Leaflet A, which is our original idea, which is going to 500 people, and leaflet B, which contains a variation of that idea going to another 500 people. Now let's imagine that we get some results back, okay? And you will find that the results will never be the same, okay? If they are, then you probably aren't testing enough of a variation between the two. So it's really rare to get a dead heat between two very different ideas. But let's imagine that off our original leaflet, we make £1,000 in sales. But off leaflet B, it does a little better. We make £1,500. That means that our total amount that we have accrued for this particular marketing endeavor is now £2,500. However, if we had only used leaflet A, then we would have only made £2,000, which would be sending leaflet to 1,000 people at roughly £1,000 per 500 gives us our 2,000, right? But we had leaflet B in play, which gave us this uplift of an additional £500. So now we made £2,500 rather than £2,000. That's an easy pay rise, and there's been no real additional cost here. It didn't cost us anything to come up with different ideas, and printing is minimal. So we know that actually that's an additional £500 that we can largely pocket. If we had another 1,000 people that we were going to send this to, we would obviously just use leaflet B, right? Because we know that that's going to make more money for us. So we'd be making £3,000 in the next test of 1,000 rather than £2,000 if we just stuck with leaflet A. So this concept of split testing is really powerful and genuinely can increase your revenue hugely just by you testing different ideas. Now, what we've done there is we've just said, well, let's just split test two variations. So maybe we change the headline or we change the price. Let's actually list out the few of the things that we might want to change in the future. So we could change the headline, okay? We could change perhaps the image that we're using on the leaflet. We could change the description. We could change the price or even the call to action. So there's 5 things that we could change. But what if, instead of just having 2 headlines, we split tested 3 different headlines, and we split tested 3 different images, and 3 descriptions, and 3 prices, and 3 calls to action? Well, if you calculate out the permutations that would be involved in creating and printing all of those different variations of ads, and I have the number over here, it would result in us printing 759,375 different leaflets. So clearly that's impossible, right? You would just never do that. But on the internet, you can, because the internet's clever, and Facebook particularly so, and it means that we can write all these variations, and Facebook, and this also can apply to Google too, and other advertising systems, you write all these variations out, and then it will mix them all up and present those different permutations of the advert out to individual people. Now this is called a multivariant test. Sometimes it's called a Taguchi test. I think it was named after the guy who invented this. I think he was an engineer, so it's a pretty sophisticated bit of mathematics going on behind this, because it's really, really clever, because it doesn't actually serve out all of the potential permutations. It only serves out a certain number of them, and then from that it's able to calculate which the winner would be. How incredible is that? So that's pretty amazing, right? And we can use this in Facebook. And I'm going to show you now the magic button. So here I am in a campaign test that I've got running here from a while ago, and this is a lead form conversion ad. And in the ad set itself, you'll see if you scroll down that there is, and I've just shot past it. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Ah, there it is, right at the very top. There is this panel here which is called Dynamic Creative, and there's our magic button. And if we switch that on, it will enable us to use this multivariant technique in our advertising. It's not always there for all campaign types, but you just want to watch out for it, and wherever you find it, switch it on, and it will do this to your ads. So I'm going to go into the ad just now. It will enable you to add in multiple different images and different videos, and you can see we've got just 3 of 10 here. So I could have had a load more that I was testing on this ad, but I just stuck with 3. You can also split test the primary text on the ad. So here I have 3 different variations that I'm testing. We can split test headlines. I've got 2 going on there. Descriptions, there's another 2, and even calls to actions. So the button itself, you can split test the copy on that. And Facebook will do what I've indicated previously, which is that it will take all of these variations, it will mix them all up, and then it will serve out to our target audience the different adverts, and then from there it will actually be able to make a judgment about which is the most effective advert that gets the most conversions, or whatever your campaign goal happens to be, and then it will start to focus in on that ad. So you don't even need to worry really about finding that ad yourself, although you can look it up in the reports. Facebook will actually just pick the right one for you and then serve it out. So you know that whatever winner is in this permutation set, Facebook's going to take care of that for you and put your best advert to your audiences. So there you go. It turns out that there really is a magic Facebook button that can make you more money. So wherever you see that in your ad group, you see that panel there that says Dynamic Creative, turn it on, think up lots of different variations for your advert, and sit back and watch your advert earn you much more money. So I hope you've enjoyed that video. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye now.